Start new at 5:30, though, with talk of cutbacks shaking up the military community once again. Thousands of Hampton Roads military families may find the cost of putting food on the table considerably higher in the near future.
A report out of Washington says defense officials are considering closing all U.S. commissaries. Now, this was a hot issue when they closed them just temporarily during the government shutdown. Now, word of a possible permanent closure. Well, it has families speaking up. 10 on your side military reporter Art Kohn has been looking into this today. And Art, how soon could the doors possibly close?
Well, Stephanie and Anita, it's certainly something that wouldn't happen overnight. The Defense Commissary Agency, or DECA, has been asked to prepare a draft plan for closing all 178 commissaries in the United States to be presented possibly as part of the fiscal 2015 budget request. Now, although that budget request is due in February, it would be at least a year before something like this could be implemented. There are many, including a number of people I spoke with today, though, who don't believe this thing's ever going to happen.
Military families already know what it will be like if the DoD decides to do away with the commissary. Most of the stores were closed temporarily during the recent government shutdown.
I have a strict budget and we like to follow it, and then this was closed down, so I had to pretty much double our budget anywhere else.
It's less expensive than all the regular stores.
In fact, the Defense Commissary Agency reports saving a family of four about $4,500 a year.
By taking that away, it's essentially cutting their pay. So a lot of them depend on, especially the older retirees and whatnot.
I've been retired almost 28 years, and I go to the commissary weekly.
According to published reports, the Joint Staff asked DECA to look at cutting its $1.4 billion annual budget by 1 to 2/3. According to DECA Director Joseph Jew, the agency has already trimmed its budget by $700 million over just the last 2 decades. To make the additional cuts, DECA has been asked to draft a proposal to close all commissaries in the United States.
I don't think that'll go over very well.
He's right, and not just from a veteran's perspective. Voting to close the commissaries will require congressional approval. 2nd District Congressman Scott Ridgell released this statement to 10 on Your Side this morning, saying he opposes any effort to close these facilities.
It's not just a place to shop. A lot of military spouses work there.
A lot of them do. Even retired military works there. So, I mean, that's going to really, to me, hurt the economy.
Yeah, and that lady knows what she's talking about. Consider this. The commissary agency says about 30% of its employees are military spouses. Now, the loss of those jobs would affect the private sector. So we're not just talking about the price of groceries for military families if something like this ever was approved. Art Kohn, 10 on Your Side.